Hey, me, Makari. You join Discord and Twitch. Hey, thanks, bye. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Small Sloppy's second channel. What do you know? It looks like SsethTzeentach has put out a new video. So, as ever, when we get to watch content from these amazingly crack-headed individuals that seem to put more effort into being ADHD ridden than I put into my taxes, you know, we watch that content because stop. So you guys know the drill. Make sure you go watch the original, like the original video, like it. Be diligent, be considerate. People put a lot of effort into these, and we just consume it secondhand. So, this is Shadows of a Doubt review, gang stalking. No idea what this is all about. Let's see what Seth has given us.
Woke up in a feverish sweat. It was another one of those nights. I had the same nightmare. Walt Disney let their intellectual property go into public domain. I felt sick, but thinking of vomit made me think of Pepsi, so I held it in. My diabetes was acting.
Okay, more fool on you for eating Pepsi to begin with.
Pacemaker says I'm dangerously close to dropping below type 2.
What game is that?
I needed something
is that the actual game?
to calm my nerves. A Krispy Kreme,
I thought it was Roblox for a second.
needle full of heroin.
Yo, heroin! Okay, this is clearly based in England.
We communicated through several language barriers, somewhere between the Aramaic and clerical Hebrew. I can't help but think.
Right, so this is going to be in... This is very evidently going to be in typical SsethTzeentach fashion. A minute in, and we still have no idea what the is going on.
We lost something in the translation. Lighting a cigarette against the pregnant darkness, I go for a walk. I'm cutting down.
Somehow making this the most like poetic, but also like
showing you its stomach. I send the tobacco.
Crack-headed kind of content imaginable.
I trust you. People pass by as I log into my Twitter alt and send out a credible threat to a Minecraft YouTuber. For some of us, it's not about the recognition. It's about doing our part. This is a city that never sleeps.
Like in one sitting, he sounds like he's actually being really poetic and like kind of like serious, and then he'll put in just the most out-of-pocket like left hook of stupidity. And I fucking love it. This is why we love SsethTzeentach.
Once I saw a man standing.
I love how Pyro has kind of developed a crippling relationship with like a certain few set of YouTubers.
Once I saw a man standing off the side of a pier, tears rolling down his eyes as he told me, I can't trust anyone. That's why I ride myself. He auto-filleted himself on the spot and rolled away like a meat-powered wheel. Never did catch his name. Scammers, tricks, open source developers.
Oh, Christ.
I've seen some sick things in my time.
I like the sound of your words, funny magic man.
Implant can instantly sniff out if someone's an incel or in a committed polycule. But more importantly, if they have any spare change, I don't beg for money. I just ask 19 times.
God, this game looks so weird. Of course this would be the kind of thing that Seth ends up playing and doing a review on. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Seth do a review on a modern game. Like, he always does the most obscene, outlandish, weird, wacky, wild kind of things. I would love to see him one day just do a mainstream game.
My name is SsethTzeentach, private investigator, professional gang stalker, and this is my office for the next 50 minutes. After that, I gotta buy
Simulator.
Why am I telling you all this? Because together, we're gonna clean up these streets.
Okay, don't you go offering me a good time.
Together, we're gonna clean up these streets. Hey gang, sorry, I've been distracted. I kept staying up late, playing once.
What the fuck, dude? You can't just go from the game you're meant to be talking about to going into some random tangent that should have been the first thing you did!
Human, an all-new, free-to-play, post-apocalyptic, open-world survival game
is this a sponsor
July
section?
9th. The game takes place after a cosmic invasion has permanently transformed
I don't know, I've seen content of this and it looks kind of
duty. Of Skibbity Toilet. This is not a joke. You'll be fighting every Z-list creepypasta from Siren
Yeah,
Head
I'm gonna be honest, this game looks kind of duty.
Overly aggressive school bus. Everyday objects are no longer your friend, and you will
It's almost
die
like they tried making a game about SCPs and just failed miserably.
Can be tamed to help you fight, craft, and survive. This is Pokemon through the lens of a man addicted to
It's Pal World, but shit.
There's base building with full creative freedom and PvP with up to 4,000 gamers in a single server. As absurd as this sounds, it's a lot of fun. I captured the
looks kind of duty.
It pollinates my crops. The Semitic capitalist fears
it's like
the self.
This is to PUBG what Pal World is to Pokemon. I mean, I guess it's a different flavor, but still.
Efficient rice farmer. And if you're interested, you can download the game on Steam using my link in the description below.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if like Once Human want to sponsor me, I'll play it. But I don't know. It looks kind of boring.
Hey people, Seth here.
Oh my god, no, you can't be using this AI bullshit. Oh, I fucking hate this. I keep seeing people posting memes that they've used AI to make actual videos out of. It's so jarring.
Shadows of Doubt takes place in an alternate timeline where Ronald Reagan was crushed to death by his karmic debt. Thankfully, our new president, the Coca-Cola Company, has continued his righteous task of filling ghettos with crack cocaine. Unfortunately, the definition has expanded.
South London,
you are
cool.
the ghetto. Tensions are high. Crime is rampant. The only true justice is in the shadows. The shadows of doubt.
Whoa, roll
I
credits.
I checked the shadows. You know what I found? Me stealing your diamonds, battering your wife, and
I found
reporting
Scott
you
Cawthon's
for
next hit
domestic
game.
abuse. It's nothing personal. I just need a higher social credit score so I can get out of this hellhole. The actual game is, on its face, a detective simulator. What's it simulating? Everything. Starting
England.
A new game generates
It's
an
simulating
entire
England
city,
in the modern
populates it
year.
with citizens that each have their own jobs, relationships, hobbies, and of course, homicidal.
Someone in my chat just came in and their first message was, hello, every pony. Somebody VIP that person. Give that person a sub.
Fantasies. Murder is like romance in a male prison. It requires a perpetrator and a victim, and everything in between is a trail of clues left in their wake. Your job is to follow those clues, find the perp, and bring them to justice. Trademark. Brought to you by American Spirit, premium quality organic tobacco. So grab your trench coat, scoop out your cone cells with a spoon, and let's get to work. Step 1.
Yo,
we
Goon
need to break
database?
into the crime scene
How dare you
and
access my
steal
computer?
everything. It's what the victim would have wanted. After that, we can start looking for clues. Who died? How did they die? And when did they become dead? Make sure to get their prints while you're
unenlivened, if
going
you
through their
will.
wallet for loose change. Did they live alone?
I realize actually.
Thanks Anonymous for gifting Jacques_Hohenheim a sub.
I always find that with a SsethTzeentach video, it's the struggle of figuring out whether the game is going to be the video is going to be monetized or not. Interesting to see when this goes up.
If not, find their partner's fingerprints. NPCs aren't programmed to have friends. The only time they physically meet
just
another
like
person
VTubers.
is to be murdered.
Crazy.
So any unknown fingerprint is definitely the killer. Look
Also,
around
thank you
for
that gift is
anything
up.
they might have touched during entry or escape. Doorknobs, light switches, the inside
My
of
ass.
a woman's toilet bowl. Anything is possible. Did the killer
Oh, this
leave
game
the
actually looks
murder
kinda
weapon?
cool.
Or drop a calling card. We did the easy part. It only gets harder from here. But first,
I love a good
the
mystery.
case board. As you work through a case, you can pin any relevant information to the board.
Although this does
As
look
you collect
immensely
more
complicated.
evidence, the game will
I'm not sure I have
automatically
enough
draw
brain cells
links
and
between
neurons to be able to
existing
figure this shit
information.
out.
You can make diligent notes, use color-coded threads, and organize every possible lead.
Yes.
Or you
Something
can
to
do none of
satiate my ADHD or to completely set me off on a tismy rant and a very tismy rage.
that and pin random shit together and follow your schizophrenia. I can't solve this mystery in the physical
He knows,
plane.
he knows.
I need crystal meth to go to Hyperborea and ask Yakub directly. And when you're done playing arts and crafts in an active crime scene, we can start looking for leads. Check for handwritten notes. Break into their computer and check for emails. Open their
And their
address
furry
book,
porn.
see if they made any recent calls.
Yo, you got any
Now,
porn?
It's about lunchtime, but we got to get our hands dirty first. Find the landlord's office. Break in. Check their files on every tenant. Then break into their computer and check the CCTV.
I'm not sure if this is encouraging
Every
good behavior,
security
to be
camera
honest.
in the game takes photos every few minutes. Every image showing a person gets saved to a 24-hour
Legitimately, this actually looks like the kind of thing that'd be fun to play as like a one-off stream thing.
buffer. So you want to get to it as soon as you can.
If
As
I
you
could
go
try
through
that,
the
where would it
footage,
be?
You should recognize
Your
every
mum's
tenant.
house.
So print out anyone unknown, anyone who went near the victim's house, and anyone remotely suspicious. All right, now we can go to lunch. Now, we have plenty of leads to follow up. We need to find each potential suspect and cross-reference their information. Look, I'd love to keep holding your hand.
By
but I
logical
can't.
deduction,
Each
I am
case is
going to
unique,
assess that
so
it
the
was
best way
you
to
who
explain
was
the
in
game
fact
is
gay.
to tell you what I've been through. The first time I ever played this game, I ignored all the instructions, opened a fridge, and ate raw pork. I got so nauseous I couldn't answer the telephone and spent
Ah, yes. Truly is modern England. No one knows how to use seasoning nor cook their food, and everyone's trying to murder you.
the next 10 minutes battling with a
Hi,
controls
Zio.
to
What's
try
up,
to get
dude?
in bed to sleep off of food poisoning. This was the tutorial,
Ugh.
so the phone
Okay.
kept ringing the entire
If we had to make a tier list out of illnesses, food poisoning has to be at the top in an A+ rank. Good God, there is nothing that makes me feel more like just absolutely rotten than food poisoning. Migraine, you know, I could be functional with that. Some kind of, like, injury to my body can still be functional. I mean, I broke my ass at the gym yesterday. I'm still functional, but something about feeling nauseous and food poisoning, dude, put me out for days.
Time. Then I talked to a random civilian, my hand slipped, and I accidentally tried to arrest him. Like hell you are, he said, before shooting me in the face. At this point,
Relatable.
I was captivated. Because this game
Average
simulates
gangster
a few
crime
hundred
in
people
England.
at any given time, they're all quite stupid.
Like me!
Hey, buddy, I'll pay you $100 to fuck off and let me trash your apartment. Okie dokie. I'll just go back to sleep. Wait, did you...
Can we all just remind ourselves that the SsethTzeentach is unapologetically racist in every single one of his videos, but we all sit there and consume his content like it's nothing? Like, we've all just come to accept that. And yet we still watch like the hypocritical bastards we are. Why? Because funny.
Did you just shoot someone? You just shot someone. I apologize. This usually never happens. This town has the collective IQ of a developmentally challenged toddler, so the optimal playstyle is to be an antisocial menace. Sure, the
Like
game has stealth
VTubers,
mechanics
let's
like
go.
alarm systems, air ducts, and lock picking, but I don't have time for that.
Oh.
Hello, ma'am. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Uh-huh. Here, take this. Upgrades come in the form of sync discs, which alter your genetics to become a better fighter, better lover, and most importantly,
To be fair,
a
with
better
how the British
consumer
economy is
of
at the moment,
starch cola.
the
You're
tin
supposed to earn them
in
from
that Coke
side
can is
jobs
worth more
until
than the
you learn
average,
the more
the money it would
effective
cost to
method
buy it.
called beating the shit out of your neighbors and breaking into their safe. To top it all off, there's no long-term penalty for crime. Every exterior door is linked
Yeah. England. We know this.
to a complex series of tubes that detect
Oh God! No, well, okay. First of all, pyrocynical reference. Second of all, oh God, I remember when I was a kid, I used to sit at my dad's computer and just watch this, and it would upset my tismy child brain if I didn't see a clashing color appear. Like, if I was watching this as a kid, the second the red pipe would appear, it would be like killing a raid boss in World of Warcraft for the first time. I'd be like, yeah, red pipe moment.
series of tubes that detects when I leave a building, sending out a pre-recorded YouTube apology that makes the population forget my actions.
God, I just
could be
aged
caught
myself
on
so
4K
badly.
murdering several people with a sword, but the instant I go outside, I'm a changed man. If you want something, take it, run away, and come back like nothing ever happened. Between this and the
So
dirt
it's
cheap price of
Skyrim.
food and utilities, you can easily cover
Grand
all
Theft
your
Auto.
expenses by committing more
Yeah, that
crime
game.
than you actually solve. The only real
Meth
use
Club?
for money
Meth
is
Club?
buying property and playing with the bizarrely detailed furnishing system. And once you've played enough to create the
Okay, explain to me how AAA companies like EA take $200 million to make a game that lasts for maybe, 20 hours with the complexity of a sponge. One of those games that it looks amazing, but you can't do anything with it. Like, AAA mentality. Look at how pretty this is. But why can't I do anything? Meanwhile, indie developers over here, literally churning out gold.
ultimate male living space, you're ready to metagame. You see, murders have a cooldown between solving a case and a new murder happening. Sleeping will pass the
That was a trick
time and
question. I
gives
know
a
the
speed
answer.
buff when you wake up. So
Money.
you hop in bed, goon for 36 hours
Oh,
straight.
God.
And when you get
I
a
didn't
new
need to see
murder
avocado-
notification,
Nick
hop out of bed,
buttocks.
break your own window, and plummet 20 stories to the streets below, which we survive because we're genetically modified to be immune to fall damage. Now you can use
Huh. Must be all the inbreeding.
rested
Oh,
to
they're from
sprint to the crime
Essex,
scene
that's
while
why.
chugging your morning coffee. This is not only faster than the cops, it's often faster than the killer. Of course, the way you're meant to pass time between cases is side jobs. Think of each one as a sort of mini case with limited information, because
You know he wanted to say gooning. You know it, I know it. He wanted to say gooning.
some information is more helpful than others. The difficulty is completely random. Oh, you want me to steal from someone, but you only know his phone number? That's easy. I can just call the number and check the call box to see where it was routed to. Oh, he's on the floor below. We
Dude, that's
hate
so-
phones.
that's
But what
actually
about
so
this
in-depth.
one?
Holy
I've only
shit.
got his first initial, fingerprint, build, and blood type. Oh yeah, very helpful. At this point, you may as well tell me I'm looking for a circumcised male in a small town of New York.
I could make a joke there, but I'm not gonna.
I could just go through
I
the
am
phone book
bigger
for
than
every
that.
name with the same initial.
Much like the average circumcised male in the center of New York. Oh, I went there! Let's go! Boom, 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 boom.
But I've got an even better idea. Go to City Hall and open up the government
Hi,
database. This has records of every single citizen in the game. You're meant to type at least 2 characters to get any results, but this includes space. Naturally, everyone has a last name, so everyone has space and a letter in their name. Now you can go through the entire database in alphabetical order and print out every single person's information. Eventually, whatever case you had
that
will
seems
just solve
monotonous.
itself. But we're not done. If you have the mental fortitude to sit there for a real-life half hour, congratulations. You just ruined the
Hey,
game.
thank you,
Now,
bye.
your character will solve cases the nanosecond you get them.
Typical SsethTzeentach mode.
Okay, so the victim was poisoned by a stalker neighbor for not loving her enough, but the victim did manage to get a shot off before expiring. She can't go to the hospital, so she's probably limping home as we speak. That took less than 2 minutes. Personally, I don't use the government database. I get my evidence the old-fashioned way, following the woman home to her place of residence and hiding inside her septic tank until I expire. When they discover my body, the police will do the rest.
Oh God, I remember
One time, I
that.
checked the victim's work computer and realized she cheated on her husband at the hotel he works at while he was visiting his sick mother. Oh, that sounds like a motive. I paid him a visit.
That was the most British I've ever heard SsethTzeentach sound. Good God.
And bingo, he's not cooperating. Silence is violence, and only the guilty refuse the law. So I did what any ethical private eye
Murder
would
him.
do. Follow him into the bathroom and beat the shit out of him. Oh, he didn't do it. In hindsight, he was probably just rude to me because I had the same social credit as the homeless man I shanked on the way to work. Embarrassed, I resorted
I mean,
to
duh, dude. In England, if you ain't able to guzzle... Like, in England, we determine our social standing by seeing how many pork pies we can fit in each other's mouths. If you are a 2-pork pier, if you are a 2-porker, then you are more superior than a 1-porker. But if you're a 3-porker, then my God, we are going to be bowing down before your mighty grizzled fat folds and gloriousness.
the method real cops use to catch killers. I sit on my ass eating donuts and wait for them to kill again, hoping the next murder is easier to solve. 11 donuts in, I get a notification, rush to the scene of a crime, and on my way there...
Oh.
Yeah, turns out it was just their IT guy, who murdered her for being dead weight at her own company.
Oh.
In summary, there's a lot of jank in this game. Things will glitch and break. Black markets will randomly deny service even if you give a right password. And sometimes, all the foot traffic causes a congestion.
And yet,
where
it's
everyone
still
gets
a better
stuck on the
game than
same
most
staircase,
AAA
and
bullshit.
the only way to free them is by throwing hammers in their face. But for a game made by a small team of Albanian immigrants on the budget of a kidney stone, it's really impressive. There's no
That's still more of a budget than Once Human clearly had. Just saying.
over game that captures the ambience of living in modern-day Shanghai, slurping my MSG noodles as I listen to the soft drizzle of acid rain. Many games
Uncle,
struggle
what
with
wants you to
procedural
know that
generation.
MSG is
Generally,
like
I don't even
good
like it.
salt
It's
for
just
you.
another buzzword for infinite slop. But Shadows of Doubt
I
succeeds.
swear, the amount of references that Seath is making towards Pyrocynical, Seath and Pyro have some kind of homoerotic relationship going. Like, Pyro clearly helps Seath fulfill his deep-seated fantasy of wanting a big, fat, round tummy wummy to really rub up against. God, I wish I had that kind of relationship.
Because it creates nonsense. And because true crime will always be more bizarre than any simulation, the situations it creates are not only compelling, they're believable. And remember, Once Human launches on July 9th. Download the game for free right now. As always,
we love
more
our
content to come,
SsethTzeentach
so
videos
stay
here.
tuned. A
Well,
warm
Seth,
thanks to the
thank you very much
many
for lowering
members
our
of the
IQ once
merchants
again.
guild,
Can we get some
generously
07s for our
funding
boys,
and
Seath?
bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful.
Aw, he
Have a
loves
good one.
us. Bye, Seth. Bye. Wow, okay, well, that certainly raised my mood a little bit, but now I have negative brain cells. We should go watch something that's going to make us feel more intelligent. Woo!